behind the force. What a great year they've had there. 16-3. We're set for action. Here's John Paul.
Thank you, John. Right now it's Helmut Dudek with the ball. We're going to talk about him this afternoon. This could be his last game in the Memphis uniform. Carmignani going forward, rolling around the boards, and Papaleo gets it as he was crunched by Leo Figueiredo. Setting it up for you, O'Hara starts out on defense with Erhard Kapp, and the line is Dave Hagen with Paul Child and Steve Buttle. They've played fantastic of late. Hagen with a couple of goals in each of his last 2 games. This is Erhard Kapp with the ball, moving it back to John O'Hara. Right side for young Dave Hagen. Hagen getting around his man for the moment, then pushed off the ball. Free kick for Pittsburgh, and Buttle lays it off for Erhard Kapp. Among those spectators here this afternoon, Earl Foreman, the commissioner of the MISL, and also Walt Chisowich, who is responsible for the MISL's officials, among other duties. Ball played into the box, and Michelo gets it with a kick from Erhard Kapp. That is a dangerous play called on Pittsburgh. It's a scoreless tie from the Civic Arena, 14-14 remaining. Opening quarter of play as Bernd Holzenbein carries the ball forward. Lead pass, he wants the speedy Steve Allison. Erhard Kapp right there with him. Ball played into the box. O'Hara cuts it off. Looks for Dave Hagen on the right wing. Here comes Hagen. Hagen pushes it by his man Dudek. Gets in over the line offensively. Hagen digs toward the inside. Takes a left-footed drive. It hit off the glass. Another shot from Child. Blocked before it gets there. Hagen again. Back for Child near side. Child lays it off for Erhard Kapp, moving in a little bit. Erhard off the boards, off Michelo. It's loose and banged out of there by Holzenbein. So Pittsburgh coming up empty, John, but putting on the pressure.
Excellent offensive moves, especially by Hagen. He really controlled it. He set it up. Pretty good job by Memphis, though. They cut off the shooting area, and Pittsburgh really did not have a good shot on goal that time.
Child's shot never even made it through. Here's Kapp now with the ball, and a scoreless tie from the arena in Pittsburgh, where the Spirit are 7-1 this season. Buttle looking for somebody to break into the box, and now Michelo, a former member of the Spirit, tosses it upfield. Left wing side, this is Figueiredo. Normally a midfielder, he's been playing up front. One of the changes that Kyle Rowe Jr. has made in trying to get Memphis back on track. Here comes Hagen. Dumping it right side, Child. Waits for somebody to break for him. Child brings it outside, far side. Lays it back out of the neutral zone, O'Hara. Up it goes for Erhard Kapp, the former Cosmo, in, but it was headed out by Figueiredo. Kick. It was elected by Figueiredo in the box. Now it is Stalchik out for Topolsky, and the shot is blocked before it gets there. That goal, or that attempt, was on our highlight film last year. Topolsky great at those. Now on the right wing side. Here's a quick shot, but it goes wide of the net by Salvamini. Played up the right side, Marr to Ostalchik. Still scoreless, 12:35 left opening quarter from the arena in Pittsburgh. Here's Ostalchik, great move to the inside. Greg outside the box, passes, and it was shot wide by Kapka. Here's Greg again, shot, he scores! Greg Ostalchik, it's 1-0 Pittsburgh.
It is only fitting that Ostalchik gets the goal because he was the one who set it up. And he has been playing so well of late. 7 points, 4 goals, 3 assists in his last 3 games. He picks up another one. He can see Kapka on his right, and it's all wide open. Fortunately, he gets it back and puts it in.
I didn't think Kapka was expecting it. I thought that's where the breakdown was. But in any event, Ostalchik gets it back, and he'll score at 2 of the opening quarter. Greg's 4th goal of the season. Zeke Kapka gets credit for the assist. Back in the action here. This is Ostalchik on the intercept. Long ball for Dumbovic. Kapka's free on the right side. Drago hits him. Kapka the drive, and it's just wide. Rebound, Dumbovic off the boards. It comes back to Kapka in the box. Lays it out for Ostalchik. Nice move there by Mike Fall to cut it off. 1-0 Spirit leading it as Fall brings it back for Memphis. Broken up on the near side to Topolsky, and he bowls over Mike.
There is Fall right there.
Well, they called it pushing. If anything, it would have been an obstruction, not a push. Adam was the guy pushing forward. Kapka trying to cut the ball to Dumbovic, but it goes the other way. Memphis with possession of the ball. Stevie Long playing as a defender tonight. That's another Kyle Rowe change. On the left wing side, this is Yilmaz Orhan. First time we've seen him out there this afternoon. Orhan looking for the ball from Salvamini. This guy can score goals. Orhan holding it outside for Salvamini. The shot blocked by Ostalchik, and here is Dumbovic. Upfield for Topolsky. Pittsburgh going to break here, 4-on-3. Dumbovic right, Ostalchik left. It goes to Drago in the right corner. Drago off the boards. Michelo blocks it and gets it back. Did a little juggling act there. Now we'll toss it upfield for Orhan. There's his shadow on him, Kevin Marr.
Fortunately, he had a defender back there with him, John Paul, or even that one might have gotten away. It was actually headed back into his hands by his own defenseman.
Marr to Topolsky, who was last year's top defender. It's going to be tough to pick Pittsburgh's top defender this year by the time this season's over. Several guys playing well as Child collides here with Michelo. Foul on Paul Child. And here comes Memphis with the ball. They trail 1-0. Up for Salvamini. Here's Kevin Moore. Good position by Kevin, enabling him to take that ball away and start right back for Pittsburgh. Up for Hagen. Child cuts toward the net. Hagen goes wide right side. Davey plays it in the box for Child. He just missed it with an outstretched right foot.
Almost an excellent pass within a couple of feet of having a good opportunity for Paul Child.
They have the right idea, and the confidence is obviously there. Hagen thinks he can put that ball through any line of defenders, and that's a good feeling to have. Up on the right side, back comes Pittsburgh. They're countering quickly here. Hagen has Cap right side. Earhart along the boards, wants to come out and find somebody open. Now lays it back to O'Hara. The sign of patience for Pittsburgh. When they've got that ball, they're not afraid to lay it back to a defender, or even right here, as you'll see O'Hara go back to the goalkeeper. They do a great job in that strategy this season. They've got guys who can pass that ball and run to open space.
Team playing with great confidence right now.
Here's Hagen, laying it in and off the post. Child got a piece.
I'm sure Paul thought he had his goal for the afternoon right there.
Hagen upended by Helmut Dudek. You're right. I should say.
Hagen will set the play up with his left foot right off the goalpost. Paul can't believe it.
Ball played back out to John O'Hara. Now he lays it all the way back to Joe Papaleo, last year's #1 draft choice by both the Spirit and the New York Cosmos. Papaleo upfield now for Earhart. Cap. Ball tackled away from him. Memphis with it. Holzenbein. Upfield it goes. Figueredo with a little space. O'Hara closing on him and blocks the shot.
Johnny O'Hara's 33rd block. He leads the team in that department, despite missing some action early on.
A lot of guys in his team, good shot blockers. In fact, Bob Vossmeyer was leading the club until he was hurt. He's missed 9 games with a hamstring problem. We've got a foul here now in Pittsburgh, and Memphis puts it in play quickly. Holzenbein over the left side to Helmut Dudek on the trading block. Ball broken up there by Child and O'Hara. That carpet came up, revealing some ice where the Penguins will be playing tonight against Washington. Upfield now, Cap on the far side to Steve Buttle. Wants to lead for Child. Michelot's way out. He may get caught. Michelot clears it off the boards. Buttle to Hagen. Michelot not back yet. The shot blocked at the line. Was it a handball?
Gotta be a handball.
If it was, it's a penalty kick, and it is.
Watch it as they bring it down. Buttle, there's the pass. It comes in front and settled down, and driving it is Hagen, and you can see the handball is going to be called right there. That means the
on for Pittsburgh with Allison in the box. Here comes Memphis shorthanded. Quick shot towards the net. Broken up. Pittsburgh heading it away. Child will get it. Heads it over to Luis Alberto. He's a general out there when Pittsburgh is on the man advantage as they are here with Hagen. Up the left wing side for Buttle. Pittsburgh is 12 for 38 on the man advantage. 31.6 is their efficiency rating.
You know that Paul Child is not happy with that penalty kick. Not only did he miss, but he didn't keep the ball in play for the rest of his teammates.
That's right. And Memphis came back the other way. Hagen leads the club in power play goals with 4. Child has 3. Both of those players are out there. 1:19 left in the Allison penalty. This is Adam Topolsky bringing the ball upfield. Topolsky, far side for Luis Alberto. Now back to Adam. Over to Dave Hagen. Hagen back for Topolsky. Adam outside the box, sends it low. Here's Buttle. He shot it wide. Golden opportunity. Buttle stretched as far as he could go, and he just missed with that one.
And Paul Child missed the header. Paul banged the boards too. May have hurt himself a little bit. We'll see if he comes.
And Mike Fall will put it in play. Gives it up. That didn't kill off much time. He'd like to get another opportunity at that ball. It's Hagen right side now to Topolsky, and Adam will carry it for the Pittsburgh Spirit. Topolsky, a star player from Poland, second year with the Spirit, couldn't get it through. Now it's Memphis. Rudroff clearing it up the left wing side boards for Fall. Lead pass for Stevie Long. He's got those jets going, but Papaleo comes out to clear, and it goes up into the stands. Back live from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh, John Paul Della Camera along with John Sanders. 30 seconds left in the man advantage, and look at that. Mike Fall cleared it all the way back. Would that have been embarrassing?
He almost scored on himself, and he really did. The goaltender, Michelot, had to hurry to catch up with it.
That's poor communication, John. Obviously, you've got to know where your goalkeeper is. Here's a long ball up now for Stevie Long. Fall's face would have been as red as his uniform, maybe redder. Nice cut by Stevie Long. Takes a shot. Papaleo makes a save. Good save for Joe. You don't want to give those up shorthanded. He'll toss right to Hagen. One last break here with a man advantage. Hagen quickly into the offensive end. Buttle free on the left. Child with it now. Paul shooting it, but Hagen was tripped up in the box or out of the box. Tell you if it was it. Out to Child now. He shoots it wide. Hagen screened the goalkeeper well. Here's Topolsky looking for it, but Memphis comes away with it. Up the right wing side. They storm back. This is O'Sullivan. Cutting in, takes a shot. Papaleo knocked it down. He was knocked right off balance with that drive.
Almost knocked his head off. Great save.
This guy could knock your head off. Dudek takes it far side. Helmut Dudek shoots one in. It's blocked in front. Somebody got a piece of it. It was Topolsky, and now it's played back into Papaleo. Obviously, the two teams are back at full strength. Here's Child on the run upfield, right side. Off the boards, wants his own pass, and he almost got it. He does that so well in this league. I could see that one coming. Memphis couldn't. I've seen him do that before. I had a little bit of an advantage, I guess. Here's O'Sullivan. Now passing it the other way. On the left side, Helmut Dudek shooting one right on goal. Papaleo with a save. That's the power of a Dudek shot. I didn't think he could get anywhere near the net with that one. Here comes Kapka the other way. He and Allison collide. Z trying to force it through. Ostalchik almost had it. If he ever could have settled that ball down, Michelot was at his mercy. Look at Michelot. He's sweating already. He's gotten his workout. This is Bernd Holzenbein. Up now for Carmignani, former Cosmos player, going back a few years.
Memphis right now out shooting the Spirit 8-7. They've had a couple of good rushes the last 2 or 3 times they've had control of the ball.
Here's Ostalchik trying to get around a tackle. No go. Carmignani for Figueiredo. Dudek on the left side is free, but O'Hara says no. He blocks that one, and here's Ostalchik. Back for Erhard Cap. Down to 5:07 left in the opening quarter. Pittsburgh leads it 1-0. Here's Kapka leading Dumbovic. It could be 2 here. Drago in the box. Trying to follow it up himself. Great backhand shot. That's in the highlight film.
Unbelievable.
With this break in the action. Well,
third Spirit goal, his 8th of the season, scored by number 9, Drago.
This is about as an exciting play as you're going to see. Kapka with the feed. Here's Dumbovic on the breakaway. Michelot comes out, makes the save. Drago keeps going. Now watch this. Right between the legs of the defender and into the goal. 2-0. Beautiful goal.
And we're back live as a foul was called on Pittsburgh. Michelot did a great job, I thought, John. He came out, he cut down the angle, he made the block, but Pittsburgh got a good break when that ball came forward, but you've got to be a good goal scorer. You got to know where that net is all the time, and that was an instinct thing on Drago's part. There's no way he could have turned around and kicked that ball in, so he backheels it in there. Here's Ostalchik, right side. Cap will get it off the boards. A 2-0 Spirit lead, 4:20 left opening quarter. Left side it is Ostalchik. Greg pushing it back out to John O'Hara. Just inside the line, O'Hara holding it. Wants to cut, fakes a shot, passes it, great pass, Dumbovic, score! Drago Dumbovic's second goal in probably less than a minute. John O'Hara on the assist, but the
ball scooped it to Drago, and he's home free at this point.
I'll tell you something else that you notice on that replay, John. There were, 3 Memphis players? It's 3 Pittsburgh with 4:03 left in the opening quarter. And even though the shots on goal are almost even, 9 this time for Pittsburgh because of that one, 8 for Memphis. Pittsburgh's threatening to blow Memphis right out of here early.
Well, the interesting thing is that we've had some people wide open. I mean, just completely wide open.
Here's Kevin Marr. Marr off the boards. Kicked out by Memphis. Up the right side, here comes Salvamini. Holding it, looking for Orhan. Orhan, I don't think has touched the ball, has he, this afternoon?
Well, the man around him is Kevin Marr.
Here's Hagen out the left side for Topolsky. 3:24 left opening quarter, and it is a 3-0 Spirit lead. 2 goals by Dumbovic, 1 by Ostalchik. This is Topolsky laying it back out. Kevin Marr for Buttle, back out to the point. Here's Adam Topolsky holding it, waiting to set things up. Gives it up for Stevie Buttle. Buttle, one of several veterans on this team. Back for Topolsky. Here again, Pittsburgh with a 3-0 lead, but look how patient they are. They're not over-attacking. They're not looking for bonus points, how many goals they can get. They're still playing disciplined soccer. They're not picking up the bad habits, and I think that's a credit to not only them as players, but their coaching. John Kowalski, Mickey Cave. On the far side now, it is Kevin Marr getting free for the moment. Lays it off for Topolsky. Adam shooting one. Michelot save, rebound, header off the top of the crossbar by Hagen. But what pressure. Michelot's got to wonder, John, where his defense is. They're not there.
Hagen had the opportunity, just could not get the ball down low enough, or he could have headed it in.
Looked easier from up here, to say the least. Here's Topolsky coming into the offensive zone. Adam cutting it. Here's Buttle free at the top. Buttle has it taken away. Nice defensive play. And it's cleared out the other way by Espinoza. For some reason, he hasn't been playing much. Up the right side, Orhan shooting one low, but Papaleo scoops it up. Actually, Espinoza has been regarded as Memphis' best man-to-man marker as a defender back there. He draws the assignment regarding Stamenkovic when they play Baltimore. Here's a Hagen shot going wide. Erhard Cap after it. Pittsburgh almost had too many men on the field. Just got away with it at the last moment right by their bench when the defenders recognized it. Ball played off the near boards for Dave Hagen from Scotland, where he has been playing. What a find he was to Child. Buttle, back for Child. One pass too many.
Paul couldn't get there.
Here's Hagen. Quick one hit wide by Erhard Kapp.
It's almost like a shooting gallery at times.
Right,
Not all the shots are on goal, but
enough to make the keeper think about it.
Michelo's had so much
See how unselfish though Buttle was. He had a great chance to score. Just gave it up for Paul Child. Now it's Mike Fall with it. 3-0. Pittsburgh on top. 1:16 left opening quarter. Fall to Figueredo. Back to Fall. O'Hara rejects it. Thought he had a spared player breaking. It's Helmut Dudek. Thunderfoot, as they call him in Memphis. And Buttle strips him of the ball. Right side for Child. 2-on-3. Child leads for Kapka. Allison back to help out. Z wanting to turn. Great move. Kapka spilled outside or inside. I thought it was
against Allison, though. Gets the ball back. Starts in. Right before he can get in, Allison comes back to trip him. So it'll be a direct kick for the Spirit.
Cap trying to shoot it in. It goes wide as Ostalchik did a nice job at feeding that ball to him on the back heel. Now the ball sending off a deflection. Ostalchik drive is blocked to the near side for Erhard Kapp. He and Allison collide with one another. Allison clears it upfield for Figueredo. Memphis first good opportunity here in a counterattack. Leo shooting one high off the glass. Not as close as it may have sounded. Here's Child near side. 33 seconds left in the quarter. Along the near side, Child to Kapka. Michelo's coming way out. He's got to win the ball, and he gets a piece. Not enough. Was there a foul? Oh, a card.
Michelot, he's been really under the pressure. Pittsburgh out shooting Memphis 12-9, but there have been a lot of other opportunities, and they've still got another one with 20 seconds left.
Buttle plays it over to Topolsky. Now to Dave Hagen. Pittsburgh on a power play. It'll carry over to the next quarter if they don't score here. To Alberto. Luis in the box for Buttle. Just off Stevie, and back the other way come the Memphis Americans. Stevie Long, one of the faster players out there. Topolsky fell off on the piece of the carpet. Lead ball now for Mike Fall. Could have been a dangerous situation there with the player just going down. That's it, though. The horn sounds. Let's take it to a break. Aimed at Billy Michelot. Watch this Papaleo save off the foot of Matt O'Sullivan. You put those hands up, partially, I think, for protection because plastic surgery up. This one got things started. Watch his moves. He broke inside. He got free. Comes into the box. He's going to get the ball back after the miss. And he puts it right between the legs of Michelot. Now we're all set for second quarter action. And for the play-by-play with Pittsburgh on the power play, here's John Sanders.
Spirit have the power play for about a minute and a half. Luis Alberto with it as they try to set up. There's Adam Topolsky now, number 20. Alberto, who works most of the power plays. A drive by Topolsky is blocked, and back come the Americans. Not able to clear those. Topolsky gets it back. And we're going to have another penalty. Jeff Mantel calls it.
Move the ball around here.
Still got to go into your offense. Here's Topolsky with it. 14:30 remaining in the first half. Take it into the corner. The Americans will try to do all they can to clear it. Just get it down the ice. Less than a minute remaining in the first penalty. It's being served by Yilmaz Orhan. Topolsky to Alberto. Child is in the box area. They try to go to him. Can't. Rudruff clears it. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Memphis.
No compensation at the end of the season. They feel that they will, so they want to trade him while they can get somebody for him.
So this could be his final game. We still have 40 seconds remaining in the penalty being served by Yilmaz Orhan. And a minute and 28 seconds remaining in the penalty to Steve Long. So the Spirit, there's some time to set something up in the two-man advantage right now. So it'll be dangerous. They go inside. That's Mike Fall battling in the corner, trying to come up with it. And it's Buttle. Brings it to Papaleo. 26 seconds remaining in the first penalty. A minute 10 remaining in penalty number 2 against Memphis. The Spirit with a two-man advantage. Topolsky. Adam. Hagen with a shot. Michelot with a save. Now that first penalty is just about up. Only about 8 seconds remaining. The battle at midfield. O'Sullivan and Hagen. Hagen comes up with it. He's tackled from behind by O'Sullivan. It's over. Back comes Orhan. You can see the penalty also.
It's a pretty tough tackle. That's Memphis has done part of their job. Now let's see if they can finish it off. Still a one-man advantage here for Pittsburgh.
Cleared out by the Americans. That's Fall with it. Fall trying to run some time off the clock. Goes to Dudick. Helmet with it. He has 25 points this year. 16 goals, 9 assists coming into this afternoon. Coming into what they say is his final game in a Memphis uniform. Time running down on the second penalty as well. Memphis doing a good job here of killing it off. O'Hara gets it back. One last chance with 9 seconds left in the penalty. Hagen will settle it down. He'll shoot. Just missed to the left. O'Hara picks it up for the Spirit. The penalty is over to Steve Long. He's back on. Almost took it away from O'Hara. Teams at equal strength. 12:30 to play first half. Still Spirit 3 and Memphis nothing. Buttle coming across. Could not get to the ball as Michelot got a piece of it. Now with it is Mike Fall. The Americans will try to set something up. We remind you our broadcast is presented by the authority of the Civic Arena Corporation and the Pittsburgh Spirit. It's intended solely for the private use of our viewing audience, and any rebroadcast, reproduction, or the use of the descriptions, pictures, and accounts of this game without the expressed written consent of the Civic Arena Corporation and the Pittsburgh Spirit is prohibited. Less than 12 minutes remaining first half. 3-0 Spirit leading Memphis. Pittsburgh looking for win number 4 in a row. Most of the play in this quarter has been at midfield. Spirit, even though they had a 2-man advantage, John Paul, really weren't able to take advantage of it.
Not at all. There's that ice below the carpet coming up a lot here this afternoon.
Allison on a run now. They've got a 2-on-1. He takes it to the right side and beats Papaleo.
You know what, John? I'm thinking back to last night's Penguins game. Remember, they had a 2-man advantage. The power road called a good timeout. They settle things down, and here's Allison coming back on a breakaway. Pittsburgh a little bit careless. Here's Allison. He's going to drop Papaleo to the far side, and he sends it the other way. And Allison will get credit for that goal.
So it'll be the Spirit to put the ball in play with the kickoff. Let's see if they can come back to life. I think they relaxed a little bit. They were heading 3-0, 2-man advantage. So Stouchek, who's been playing so well of late, Cap drops it all the way back to Cap. The battle at midfield won by Cap. He was fighting Leo Figueiredo. 11:07 to play in the first half. The Allison goal, unassisted. He made a good play too, John Paul.
He did. They needed a spark, John, and that one goal. But we'll see if it brings them back to life. I agree with you. I think Pittsburgh may have relaxed a little bit, which is easy to do when you've beaten a team pretty soundly earlier in the week, and then you get a 3-0 lead ahead of them.
Here's Holzenbein working with Allison. Now he moves it into the zone. Figueiredo has it. Back to Allison. Intercepted. And they call a Carbagnani now will key the play with a drive that goes wide to the left. Back comes Dumbovic. Still with it. Drago pushing the ball ahead. Kapka running along the boards and picked up by Michelot. 10 minutes and 30 seconds to play first half. Spirit 3-1 over the Memphis Americans. It's Dudick who'll take it all the way in along the boards before he's ridden off the ball, and the Spirit come up with it. Team captain John O'Hara played his high school soccer at Mount Lebanon. 10 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, Michelot comes out, headed back toward the goal. Still battling is Ostacek, who did a beautiful job, John Paul. The call is going to go against Memphis.
There's a look at Steve Allison, who just got that last Memphis goal. Only his second one of the year, and obviously he's not a goal scorer, but he came up with a big one right there.
So the Spirit leading by 2. Back comes the Americans. Holzenbein drops it in front, and it's picked up by Ostacek. Now John O'Hara, let's see what he does. He's double teamed in the corner, not able to clear. The Americans putting on a little bit of pressure right now. Maybe the breast check as he picked the ball off. Michelot was trying to clear, wasn't able to do it, and he rolled it right back toward the goal. 9:25 to play in the first half this afternoon from the Civic Arena. I'm John Sanders along with John Paul Della Camera. Delighted to have you with us for Spirit Soccer on this very cold afternoon. Spirit trying to get back in the swing of things. They've cooled off a little bit since they jumped to a 3-0 lead. Along the boards, out in front, there's a drive just high. Topolsky had a shot. He drove it just over the crossbar. Again, Kapka will try to work in the corner with Ostapchuk. The Americans come up with it. Back comes Memphis. On a run now is Mike Fall taken away. Here's Kapka with Dumbovic, a 2-on-2. And it's taken away from Kapka by behind. 8:45 to play in the first half.
That was the first time I've seen Drago try to take on a player one-on-one like that, John. I give him credit. He tackled that ball right away from him, showing you what you can do when you put your mind to playing some defense.
Orhan in the far corner now. Drives it in front. It's a real physical battle inside, and the Spirit control. Kapka now at midfield. It bounces out of play with Eddie with 8:26 to go in the first half. Hagen moves it to midfield. The Americans controlling now. It's intercepted. On the run is Marr. Got Paul Child on the right side. Goes all the way to the corner, and it's finally picked up by Steve Long. Back come the Americans as we go end to end here in the Civic Arena this afternoon. That is Orhan out in front. Now he's going to get it back with a drive that'll go way up over the glass.
Right there, they didn't even get actually a good shot on goal.
So it's John O'Hara with 7:50 to play in the first half. No scoring by the Spirit in this quarter. Allison with the only goal, an unassisted goal at 3:29 of the period. It came after Memphis had killed off a 2-man advantage. Papaleo all the way out to the red line. Drops the ball into the Memphis zone, but the Americans are able to clear. Back they come at midfield. That is Dan Salmini. And here comes Hagen the other way. 3 men back defensively for Memphis. They go in front. Child with a drive. Save is made by goaltender Michelot. Shots on goal right now. Pittsburgh out shooting Memphis 16-11. This is Mike Fall.
John, I think Michelot was happy to see 3 men in red uniforms back there helping him, but they were all on Dave Hagen for whatever reason. I know that they respect him, but no one was on that other side, and that has to be a concern of Kyle Rote as he watches things from the Memphis bench.
6 minutes and 45 seconds to play. O'Hara will try to settle it down along the far boards, kicks it high in the air. Nobody really taking charge of the ball right now. Finally, the Americans will move it back. Starting up the right side is Orhan. His drive goes across the goal mouth. Not able to clear, though, and here's Dudick. In the box area, kicked away by O'Hara. They bring it back along the boards, and there's some banging right in the box area. The call will go against Memphis.
He's got 135 shots, John, and we know that he can score a goal, so you've got to be concerned. O'Hara had made a good play earlier. I don't think Buttles saw Figueredo back there, and that's why he passed the ball back to Papaleo. But Joe read it, he anticipated it, and took a little bit of a physical beating there, but was able to keep that ball from going in.
Exactly 6 minutes remaining first half. Spirit leading 3-1 in the Civic Arena. 4 quarters of soccer coming your way from the MISL. John Paul mentioned the commissioner of the league in attendance this afternoon.
You're going to talk to him, aren't you, at halftime?
Try to have Earl Foreman on at halftime, yes. Plus, we'll have a special feature by John Paul Della Camera. 2 games. So he has been hot. 10 points in the last 5 games.
Pressure, Leo, pressure!
5:38 to play first half. O'Hara will roll it all the way back to Joe Papaleo.
John, Memphis is definitely picking up their men. They weren't doing it in the opening quarter. That's why we've seen Papaleo come out near the red line twice. They're watching, except right here, they're in trouble.
Child, he's got Hagen on the right side, tries to go to him. Dudick knocks it away. The Americans control. Figueredo with it. Leo works it to midfield. Give and go with Dudick. Figueredo down the side off the boards, but O'Hara is there. And finally, Papaleo has to kick it away. Buttle will try to pick it up, drops it in front. There's a drive off to the left by Dudick. Knocked down by O'Hara. Hard hitting. John O'Hara, team captain of the Spirit, gets the call. He was battling Dudick in that corner, and that's not an easy job. Here's Dudick, who'll put it in play. Good opportunity and a great save by Papaleo. There's Joe again. He'll get it back. That was Tony Carbagnani who had the shot on the far side.
I think if we looked at it in the replay, we'd see I thought Joe went down too early, but he still made the save on it. That was a point-blank shot.
Here's Carbagnani. Allison now. Dudick, he'll drive one. And it's deflected and goes in. It went off the body of Steve Buttle and went in the corner of the net. It's a 3-2 hockey game.
Complexion of the game somewhat. Watch Stevie Allison. He's going to feed it to Dudek. Papaleo has no chance. Here's why. Off Buttle it looks like from here, and beating Joe to the in-near American goalkeeper in the United States, outdoors and in. Just a matter of time before his name is mentioned as the best American keeper.
4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 3-2 now. Ostalchik called for the push. The Americans keep it going. Now they're going to make them bring it to the Spirit.
Pittsburgh needs a goal.
And Kevin Marr will drop it to Greg Ostalchik. Kapka will try to set it up. Dumbovic is in close. Kapka on a run. Ball is blocked. Back up against the glass. Marr chests it down and maintains control for the Spirit with 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play. Here's Dumbovic looking for the hat trick. And he misses to the right. Took the feed from Ostalchik. Now Greg will try to get it back. Not able to do it as the Americans control at midfield. All the way back it comes to Mike Fall. Fall will start up. That shot misses to the right. Marr heads it out of there. Orhan keeping the pressure on. Papaleo is able to come up with the ball right in front of his own net. Shots on goal now, 17 for Pittsburgh and 13 for Memphis.
Pittsburgh not closing down on their men either. That's why you're seeing a lot of these balls getting through to Papaleo. They're not blocking those shots before they get there.
Feed to Kapka is broken up nicely by Steve Long. But Ostalchik is able to get it back and go to Kevin Marr. He'll back it out to Adam Topolsky with 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining first half. A 1-goal Spirit lead. It's 3-2. It was 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. But both goals here in the second quarter belong to the Memphis Americans. Papaleo will try to start some things offensively now. He's right up the middle to Ostalchik. He loses it and gets it back. Battling there with Dan Salvamini and was able to get the ball back to his goalkeeper. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining first half. Papaleo's pass this time is intercepted by Orhan. He'll run it back himself. Orhan still controlling. Now it's tackled away from him. Kapka on a break. Slows it down. Good defensive play by Fall. The blast goes to the right. And there is Michelot.
That's a great play Kapka made. Get his own feet off the boards. And this from a guy that, remember John, earlier in the year.
Kevin Marr, the rookie, will put it in play. You'll see more of him coming up at halftime. So stay with us from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. MISL action. The Spirit trying to get back within 3.5 games of the Cleveland Force. They could do that with a victory here this afternoon. Topolsky. Memphis doing a much better of marking their men and marking them farther out away from the goal area, from the red line. More of the play at midfield now than early when the Spirit had all the open shots in the first quarter.
And I think you go back, John, to when they killed off the 2-man power play that Pittsburgh had, and they've been tough ever since. Before, Pittsburgh, remember you were making that comment, they always had a man open. And that's not so true anymore, is it? They're marking tight.
And Cap is on. Cap in front. Here's Paul Child. Try to do something with it. He's battling Dudek. Buttle. Dudek still chasing against Buttle. They drop it back for John O'Hara. This is Hagen. The Cap back to Johnny O'Hara with 1 minute and 25 seconds to play. That one knocks. Holzenbein going in front for Carbagnani. Spirit try to start back, not able to do it. Cap retrieves and goes to Papaleo. Up they come again with 1 minute and 12 seconds to play first half. 3-2. Spirit by 1 here in the Civic Arena. Long pass is intercepted by Allison. Buttle was trying to go to Child, couldn't do it. And O'Hara will take it in the far corner. Less than a minute now remaining in the first half. This is Hagen to Buttle. Being marked by Dudek right at midfield. The Americans doing a good job. Figueredo now, a 3-on-2. Just missed to the left side, and Papaleo covers up. Feeds Buttle now. 39 seconds remaining. O'Hara. Up the side they come. That's Hagen. The Buttle, one last chance. 30 seconds to go, and he scores. Steve Buttle from Dave Hagen, and it is 4-2 Spirit. The goal comes at 14:32. Buttle.
Cap, who sees Hagen, and now Davies' turn to make the play. Cross the field for Stevie Buttle. But actually, O'Hara made the play deep in the other zone. He finds Earhart Cap, and then Earhart 2 or 3 times tried to go with the long ball. It wasn't working. They scored because of the way they always score. String those passes together, stay on their game, and it worked.
20 seconds remaining in the halftime. Back to a 2-goal Spirit advantage at 4-2. I think that's a big goal, John Paul.
Right before halftime.
10 seconds remaining in the half. Hagen taken away from him by Allison. Here's Buttle again going to Hagen, and it's broken up by Dudek. Figueredo now will start back as time is going to run out in the first half of play. We have played 30 minutes of soccer here in the Pittsburgh Spirit Soccer. Get the late goal. So we are back to live action as we kick off to start the second half. Allison with it. We'll drop it back to Michelot. Michelot drives it to midfield. Figueredo picks it up. Right out in front. The Americans trying to get something started. With it is Holzenbein. Dudek with a blast just above the crossbar. Hagen now.
Broke the crossbar, John.
Almost broke the glass. He can really drive it. He's got a powerful leg. Buttle on for the Pittsburgh Spirit. To O'Hara. For the first time this afternoon, Dave McKenzie is out there. First time that I've noticed him on. He does have a tender ankle. Did not play last week in New York. Did see some action in Memphis on Tuesday night. So he's in defensively.
They may be trying to pick up the intensity. I don't think anyone out there is more intense than McKenzie, and they lost that intensity for a bit in that second quarter.
O'Hara's shot just misses to the left. The Americans start back. With it is Figueredo. Drops it to Carbagnani. Dudek with it. Carbagnani a blast. That's blocked by John O'Hara. That's his second block of the afternoon. Now Paul Child for Buttle. 13:35 to play. Third quarter. Spirit by 2. Hagen deciding to go in front for McKenzie. The ball went behind him. And Dudek is able to control. Drives it over the boards and out of play.
It was pretty close to having twice as many shots as a defender as the other team's top shooter as a forward.
But then, of course, in goals scored, the Spirit still has a better percentage, 5.8. The Americans 4.1. As a matter of fact, Spirit's second in goals scoring so far in the MISL this year. Spirit will put it in play. 13-13 remaining third quarter. Kevin Marr. Shots on goal right now, 18-14 Pittsburgh. Marr will run it all the way in. He misses his shot to the right. The drive up over the glass, knocked down in front. It was actually knocked down by Salvamini, and back come the Americans. Along the board, Papaleo lets it go. Let it roll through. Good judgment that time. There's nobody behind him. Kapka tries to clear, does to Papaleo. Right on top of him is Orhan. Ostalchik is on right now. Kevin Marr, Kapka, Topolsky. This is Ostalchik who'll drop it for Adam. 12 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Spirit 4, Memphis 2. Dumbovic battling hard against Fall. Obviously. Of course, that's sometimes just a matter of happenstance. Ostalchik's shot is rejected by Michelot. And Orhan will try to get it going for the Americans, but he can't. Dumbovic feeds Kapka back to Dumbovic. He can't get there. Give and go. They had the right idea.
That could have been his first assist. He put that ball right there.
Kapka decided to go back to him, and Drago was not able to get there. Spirit leading. Pittsburgh trying to put some more points on the board. They'll bring it all the way back to Joe Papaleo, the starting keeper this afternoon for Pittsburgh. If you're wondering about Peter Mavlik, Peter was kicked in the head in the game in Memphis on Tuesday. Suffered some stitches, I believe, John Paul, but he's all right.
He is, and that was not a factor in who was starting tonight, John, or this afternoon. John Kowalski had told me before that game that Papaleo would start here this afternoon.
Dudek right out in front. The Americans now trying to set something up. Allison, Holzenbein. 11:14 to play. Here's Dudek. Boy, the offense really starts with him, doesn't it?
Starts, and unfortunately for them, I think it almost ends with him, with the exception of Orhan.
Ostalchik on a run. Dumbovic just missed to the right. And the rebound shot is scored by Adam Topolsky. Dumbovic will get the assist. He took the initial shot.
Assist. Let's see what happens. See what the breakdown is. I actually thought Drago was going to score on this. Here's Ostalchik. And again, if this were hockey, he gets an assist. They give out 2. Watch Greg. He lays it off for Drago. He's going to shoot. It hits the inside of the post, and Michelo got a piece, and Topolsky followed it up. No one picked up Adam on the left wing.
He was in the right spot at the right. It's going to go. Fortunately for the Spirit, it went right to him. All he had to do was knock it home.
Made it look easy, but Drago got a great shot on goal, and that's what set it up.
4:01 is the time of the goal. The Spirit back to that 3-goal lead. They led 3-0 in the first period. Now it is 5-2. The Americans will try to turn it around quickly. Holzenbein. Oh, great save by Papaleo. Good hard shot that time off the foot of Tony Carbagnani. That one bounces away from Dudick and Paul Child and goes over the boards on the far side. 10:29 remaining third quarter. Spirit 5 and Memphis 2. Holzenbein gets it back in the corner. Americans still controlling. Child with the back heel to McKenzie. This is John O'Hara. It will go to Papaleo. Ten minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. Back come the Americans. That shot is blocked again by John O'Hara. Now Johnny heads it out of there to Buttle. On the break down the right side. Hagen racing the goalkeeper, and Michelo is able to get there.
It's a great play by Michelo. It had to be tempting for him to just blast that ball into the stands and maybe take a delay of game penalty, but he controlled it well off the boards and relieved himself of some pressure.
9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Hagen against Allison in the near corner. Holzenbein comes up to help out. Stalchek feeds McKenzie, the leading scorer among the defensemen for Pittsburgh. Hagen can't get a foot on it. Allison comes back. Carbagnani running down O'Hara.
Because he's the guy that actually runs into John O'Hara. Watch. Maybe his right knee, John. Yeah, right there where he hits the ground. Actually, it's a good thing O'Hara didn't get hurt on that, because he looked like he landed much harder on the knee.
Live action now, less than 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's a 5-2 Spirit lead as Joe Papaleo runs it up across the red line. Now settles it down, tries to start something. He's got McKenzie on the right side. Decides to drop it in the far corner. Hagen is there against Dudick. The call will go against Dudick. 8 minutes 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's 5-2. The Spirit by 3. Ostalchik in front. Back heel by Hagen will not go. Saw one back heel goal scored earlier in the game by Drago Dumbovic. Dumbovic with 2 goals in the first quarter. We're now in the third period. 8:20 remaining. Spirit still leading by 3, but it's 5-2. The chance for Memphis. That's got to be dangerous play against Mike Fall. His foot went up high and very close to John O'Hara's head.
You can't do it. It's just what the penalty or foul implies. It's a dangerous play. There's some danger there. I guess there is. He almost booted Johnny upstairs.
Well, in a foot against head, you know who's going to win. 8 minutes exactly remaining in the third quarter. Dumbovic can't control at midfield, but Greg Ostalchik does. 3-on-1 for the Spirit. Give and go, and it's headed out of there by Memphis. The Americans will get it back now. Salvamini clears it ahead. John O'Hara on defense. I believe that call will go against Johnny O.
That's a shame, John, that they didn't score the other way, because Ostalchik made a great play. Decent opportunity to score.
Knocked down in front. Off the boards it goes. The Americans get it back. That one hit the side of the post, the crossbar. That was George Espinoza who took the shot. Now down the right side. Here's Dumbovic. He scores. Dumbovic gets the hat trick.
This game isn't over. This guy starts it again. There's Ostalchik. Look at the long ball. Nobody plays tight on Kapka, so Memphis sags again defensively. The ball in front, Drago, that's a tough play. He's going to put it over the diving Michelo. Drago was celebrating before that ball rolled in. He knew it was automatic. He's got the hat trick plus an assist.
Dumbovic with 4 points in the game. Kapka now has 3 assists in the contest this afternoon. So Kapka doing very, very well in the scoring department. Kapka now has 29 points. That matches the total of Paul Child as the leading scorer on the team. 6-2 is the score. The Spirit on top.
That is Drago Dumbovic's first career MISL hat trick.
This is Adam Topolsky.
And the next Spirit goal is
Kevin Mara is on. 4-goal lead now for the Spirit. This is Child. Working with Buttle out there. Also Hagen at the present time. Topolsky and Marr. That time the Salvamini and Orhan tried to give and go. It didn't work. And Buttle takes over for the Spirit. Lifts it in the corner for Child. He'll chest it down.
Paul just kicked in the hand rather hard by Stevie Long too. I don't know. That happened just away from the play. Really stung him. He's trying to shake it off right now.
Orhan pressuring. Ball at midfield. Topolsky will control for Pittsburgh to Buttle. 3-on-2 for the Spirit if Stevie can get it down. Here's Child. Great leg save that time by the goalkeeper Michelot, and then Buttle's follow shot is no good. Fall controls for the Americans. Salvamini with it now, number 14. Espinoza is on right now. 5:45 to play, third quarter. Topolsky with a nice tackle against Orhan. Right out in front of the box area. The Americans still control. Long works it into the corner. Trying to set something up. Now he comes toward the box. His drive is blocked in front. Topolsky with the block that time. Espinoza, a header. He maintains control of the ball. Out in front. Salvamini can't do anything with it. Tried to turn and get a foot on it. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the third quarter. Now Topolsky starts a rush against Fall. Left side Marr. Fall actually hit it with his hand, I think, John Paul.
He did. They let that one go.
Less than 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. A blast, and Papaleo is right there. Papaleo right there to make the save.
On that handball call, John, I think it's what we talked about before. He didn't do it deliberately. It just kind of hit him and they let play go on.
The Americans down by 4, trying to get something started offensively. Here's Allison with it. Leaves it for Holzenbein. Figueredo and Dumbovic. Will drop it to Papaleo. Joe decides to bring it out with his feet. Ostalchek looks ahead. Here's Drago. Michelot having to come out that time. 4:08 to play. Excited to have you with us this afternoon on a very cold winter's day. The Spirit trying to keep their hot streak going and win for the 4th consecutive time.
Lost for a short while in the closing minutes or so in that opening half of play. I think that Buttle goal helped them, and they came out in this half and started to regain that momentum.
Less than 4 minutes remaining, third quarter. Holzenbein. Now it's controlled by Ostalchek to Kapka. Z will drop it in front. Dumbovic can't get there. Ostalchek keeps it alive for McKenzie. Dumbovic, he'll take it in alone. Into the corner. Kapka is not there. Carbagnani picks it up. Back come the Americans. 3:30 to play, third quarter. 4-goal lead. It's 6-2. Spirit. Holzenbein. Helmut Dudek against O'Hara. Goes in front. Carbagnani. Now Holzenbein moving all the way in. His blast just missed high to the left. Dudek tried the header. And Kapka trying to get it out of there for the Spirit. Figueredo trying to turn, but Kapka makes the good play on him. Nice tackle by Z. Kapka. Right at midfield with 3 minutes remaining, third quarter. Dumbovic, who has the hat trick, his first ever in the MISL. Call will go against the Americans.
That guy on the carpet there, I think, has had a break. 1 goal this afternoon. Doesn't have any assists, but he set up at least 2 of the other scores by claiming possession of the ball in midfield and game starter in the attack, and many other times he helped Pittsburgh on the counterattack. Even though they didn't score, they did put the pressure on.
He now has 4 goals, 4 assists in his last 6 games. Dumbovic drops it in the corner. Kapka on the run. Drives it in front. Nobody there. Now Dumbovic shot scored. 4 goals for Drago Dumbovic. It comes with 2:25 remaining in the third.
We're going to see another nice goal by Dumbovic as Kapka shoots it off the boards. A little indecision here. Watch. Buttle decides, hey, let it go. Drago's got his foot cocked back, and he just drills it. And if he ever could put a speedometer on that one, John, that one was going well beyond, I think, the required 55-mile-an-hour lock.
2 minutes and 24 seconds to play. Topolsky runs it back. 7-2. The Spirit up by 5. 7th goal of the night. Makes the fans happy. Good day to pick up some chili for them. Battle in the corner. Off the glass. That one comes back right in front. Papaleo punches it out of there. He was battling Yilmaz Orhan. It's a drive by Fall is knocked down. Topolsky will settle it down. The Americans maintain control. Hagen hits the deck. Right out in front. Tackled away. Again, it's Topolsky with a good defensive play.
John, this club has averaged 8.8 goals, as we mentioned at the outset of the telecast, in their last 4 games at home, and they're 7-1. They're almost unbeatable here.
7-2 the score now. Stevie Buttle. Good give and go. They knock it in. Who'll get the goal? Had it crossed the line? Is it going to be that man Hagen, or will it be Paul Child?
Look at Hagen. He saved my goal. Just got a cast of characters.
Well, let's watch
one of them.
Buttle sets it up.
This is great passing, John. Back and forth she goes.
There he is. Does it go across?
Yeah, that was, I think so.
They
were joking around. I think Paul Child would like to keep his streak going, although he knows that it's coincidental. But he has scored a goal in every game that Pittsburgh has won this year. And he could have had a couple this afternoon.
Well, he could have shot when he had the ball that time.
That's
he
right.
did not. He decided to go to Hagen. It's a drive. This is to the left. It's 8-2. Coming up on 1 minute remaining third quarter. He could get a bunch of goals now. It could really break open. Fall against Marr. Out in front, Michelot bangs with Paul Child, and they go down. Paul will help him up.
It's been a rough day for him.
Probably feels a little sorry for him.
I tell you, he's a former member of the Pittsburgh Spirit. I'm sure he would have liked to have come in his building and played well against the people that used to root for him, but you can't fault him on these. It's been an all-out assault here by Pittsburgh.
Spirit with 26 shots on goal. The Americans with 22. Good save by Papaleo. Running him off the ball is Steve Long. The call goes against Long. The Spirit will come back quickly.
It's good that Joe can keep his concentration, because sometimes when you're not tested in a while, it can hurt you as a reflex goalkeeper, and Joe came up big.
When you're up by 8. Topolsky will run it in, tries to drop it in front. Ostauchek. Headed away by Child. Goes a little bit high. The battle is right in the box area. Blast just to the right, and Michelot covers up.
He almost knocked that one in himself off of the shot from Drago Dumbovic. But again, Memphis, a lot of red shirts in the box, John, but they didn't clear it.
10 seconds remaining now in the third quarter. The Spirit up 4-2 at halftime. Have added 4 more goals here in the third period of play. And here's the man who has 4. 5 seconds left. Time about to run out. Drago's shot is punched away by the goalkeeper Michelot. We have played 3 periods of soccer. 8-2. This is Pittsburgh Spirit soccer.
Obviously it was for him, but if Stevie Buttle hadn't seen him there, he could have been in position to take that.
When you're hot, and we're ready to go with fourth quarter action. Here's John Paul.
Thank you, John. Let's see what happens here as Hagen looks for Child, but he's broken up. Memphis down here 8-2 with Holzenbein on the ball. And we see Alberto out there with Child and Hagen. So Luis is on in place of Stevie Buttle to give Stevie a well-deserved rest. George Tiger and Keith Tozer were loosening up at the end of that third quarter. They may see some action here now in the fourth. Here is Child. Off the boards, lead for Hagen. Great save, Michelot. Child wants to settle it down before he can shoot it, but it's deflected up into the stands. He leads the club in goals with 18. Here's Alberto. He's great at this on those set plays. Out to McKenzie. Mack, right side. Hagen gets a weak shot on goal. Incidentally, we've talked before about Spirit injuries, John. I travel with the team, and I didn't even notice until yesterday, looking over the stats, that only 2 players, Child and Kapka, have played in every game this year, all 17. That's been it. Everyone else has at least missed a game or more. Vossmeyer leading the pack, basically, of those that started the year with the Pittsburgh Spirit. He's missed 9 of them. This will be game 10, I believe. Here's Hagen coming back the other way. Leaves it off for John O'Hara. It's an 8-2 Spirit lead. 13:55 to go in this fourth and final quarter. Carbagnani will pick up the loose ball on the right wing side. Pittsburgh gets a breather until they play in Baltimore on Wednesday. Back here Friday against Phoenix. Sunday at home in the afternoon against the Baltimore Blast. That should be a great game. It's also Coke Ball Day. First 3,000 youth 16 and under will receive an official soccer ball, compliments of Cameron Coca-Cola. Ball played out now to O'Sullivan. Now on the right side to Holzenbein. He was on the all-decade team in West Germany, voted on by his peers. Now O'Sullivan looks forward, and there's a foul. After this game is over, there'll be a little bit of a break. They'll change over to hockey, and the Penguins are back in action tonight. They played well last night. They'll be looking for their second straight against the Washington Capitals on Heinz Photo Pack night. That's tonight, about 7:30 this evening. Here's a Dudek shot going wide. Make that an 8 o'clock face-off. Sorry. Here's Carbagnani shooting it. That's wide as well. Memphis just off target.
Interestingly enough, I did have a chance to talk to some members of the Penguins who were in here this afternoon. They feel that things are starting to come together for that team. So this could be an excellent game tonight. Boy, they played well last night.
Could be a good weekend for Mr. DeBartolo. And Maulers, of course, in training camp this weekend as well. Here's McKenzie. Now playing it back to O'Hara. There's still 12:43 to go here. And that man has 4 goals, Dumbovic. He loses the ball to Dudek. Spirit up by 6 as Dudek's shot is blocked out of play off of John O'Hara.
John O'Hara doing.
Here's Orhan. Off the boards near wing side. Looking to get it back. He shoots one in a crowd. That one almost hit the far post. Here's Long sending it back. Tozer blocks that. His first shift of the day. Tiger out there as well for this line. Tiger with Dumbovic and Kapka up front. Tozer and Topolsky are the defenders as Tiger blocks. The camera along with John Sanders as it's a corner kick coming up, and a Memphis shot by Rudolph is blocked in front. Here's Tozer back in a break. Pittsburgh leads at 8-2. It's 2-on-2. Lead man in front. It's Dumbovic. Drago can take you on 1-on-1. He does here. Cuts in the box, but he couldn't get a shot away. Out to Tozer. Now to Kapka. Drills it high off the glass. Mike Custer's first shift of the afternoon. Blocked by Tozer and Dumbovic. Drago trying to spin free. Whistle and a foul. Foul is called on the Pittsburgh Spirit. There's Drago.
He lost his shoe.
I tell you, Memphis wished that he had lost that shoe a lot earlier, because that shoe has helped him. 4 goals this afternoon for Drago, and now Paul Child on for Drago. We'll just lace up that shoe once more on the Spirit bench. Here's Mike Fall for Rudolph. Into the corner near side, intended for Custer. Tiger blocks that for Tozer, and back comes Pittsburgh 8-2. It's wide open right now on the right side. Here's Tiger trying to shake loose, looking for Kapka to the far boards for Child. Paul Child looking. He reverses that ball well to Topolsky in the right wing. Adam cranks from 40, just missed the far post. Child keeps it alive off the boards. Tozer, 50-footer low, is saved by Billy Michelot.
And George Tiger was right on the doorstep on that hard blast by Topolsky. It was just so hard it went past him before he could react.
Here's Adam again, saved by Michelot. So if at first you don't succeed, try again, and Child would have been there licking his chops at that one. That net was empty had that ball popped loose. Here's O'Hara turning it back with 11 minutes left, and the Spirit up 8-2. Johnny trying to force it through to Kapka, but Fall got a good block on that. Here's McKenzie heading it for Paul Child. Trying to put it back. Handball, I thought, and it is on Orhan. Now in for Kapka. Z fakes a back heel. That carpet came up again. Seen it come up more times, I think, this afternoon than any other game this season anyway. Here's O'Hara. Looking long for Tiger off the boards. George turning, looks for Kapka, broken up. It comes back to Orhan. 2-on-2. McKenzie back in a hurry. Yilmaz Orhan. Memphis, major scoring threat, broken up by Tiger. George up for McKenzie, never gets there. Custer right back to Orhan. In the box, they leave it for Custer. Can't get a good shot away. When he does, Papaleo's there. Now Hagen can't clear it out. Here's O'Sullivan, lets it go off Papaleo to the near side. O'Sullivan tries it again. Joe will catch that one. Tell you, if he can keep this game the way it is, his goals against average goes even lower.
I'll tell you, that time Mike Fall was right in his lap. I mean, they were physically bumping and pushing for control of the goal area.
Here's Orhan off the boards, and McKenzie will put it back easily to Papaleo. Joe's getting some work now. Hagen over to McKenzie. 9:45 left in this game. It's an 8-2 Spirit lead. McKenzie getting it from John O'Hara. Now it's played back to the near side. A lot of games today in the MISL. In fact, everybody's playing. Games you want to know about occur later on tonight when New York plays at Kansas City and Cleveland plays in Buffalo. Baltimore at Tacoma. That's a late start. Here's Buttle off the boards. Wants Child, but banged out by Michelot. Right side for Orhan. He led Kansas City last year to the playoffs. Now on the right wing to Carbagnani off the boards. Orhan headed it wide. That was a good setup. O'Hara bangs it out to the near side. Child after it. Bernardi shakes it loose. Takes the shot, scooped up by Papaleo. Joe fakes and now rolls it on the left side to Steve Buttle.
One other thing that Papaleo has done well today is clear the ball. He has set up his offense beautifully. Sometimes he'll go quickly, sometimes hesitating. That way you keep the other team off balance.
Coaches John Kowalski and assistant coach Mickey Cave have worked with Joe on that, and I think we saw John, it was evidenced tremendously in that New York game. He was really distributing that ball well. Here's Joe now up for Buttle, broken up. I think part of it is the way John Kowalski and Mickey Cave have devised, the whole offensive setup. If Joe's in trouble, players are supposed to come back to him. Joe has a lot of time to think about what he wants to do. If players force him, he can go one way. If they don't force him, he can go another. Gives the goalkeeper a chance to have some options. Here's Dudek now on the left side. Holzenbein back for Dudek. If he gets that left foot loose, watch out. It's Holzenbein now into the far corner. Carbagnani bangs it off the glass. Topolsky got a piece of that right in front of Papaleo. Adam blocked. We'll try it again. Carbagnani blocks that. Passes into the box. Tozer had his man. That was a good bit of acting, too. Keith never pushed Bernardi that hard.
Memphis, of course, wanted a call, didn't get it.
That would have been a penalty kick if Bernardi could have drawn it. Keith pushed it, but not like that. That was not a good enough acting performance, actually. Here's a Carbagnani shot. It's blocked by Tozer. 7:49 remaining. Fourth and final quarter from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh, where the Spirit lead Memphis 8-2. Looking for their fourth straight win. Turning in the box, Bernardi, and Papaleo smothers that one. Before that one was ever going to be a dangerous one, Joe came up. Up for Dumbovic. He tried to lead Tiger. That would have been a breakaway. Another inch of that ball and it would have been through. Now it's Bernardi, far side boards. Pushed by Tiger, foul, and it is a free kick for Memphis.
Bernardi has not really played that much this afternoon, and if you talk about goalkeepers, and I'll continue that in just a minute, we'll see what the Americans can do here.
Here's Carbagnani. If you'd known they were going to do that, you could have probably continued.
Right. They were going to bring it back to midfield.
Yeah, go ahead, continue it now then.
We're talking about goalkeepers. They're the last line of defense, but they also have to be the first line of offense. A lot of it starts with them.
Here's a Holzenbein shot, and that's wide. I knew you'd have time to get that in. Here's Dumbovic, but he's broken up by Memphis. Off the boards, Carbagnani getting position, a shot. Great save, Papaleo.
Oh, my gosh, what a save.
He put his right hand up in front of his face and rejected that one.
It's almost like the Spirit have scored a lot of goals in this game. Now they're going to say, okay, Joe, it's time for you to get a little work in.
You do some work here. You work up a sweat. Remember, yesterday, Paul Child told us Joe is just phenomenal in practice. Here's a Dudek shot, and that goes wide. Holzenbein shooting it, blocked by Tiger. He wants another try. Tiger kicks that free. Dumbovic heading it. Tiger may run onto it. It could be a 2-on-1 if George gets it. Gets it over to Kapka. That was a tremendous collision between Tiger and Dudek. That's why they didn't have a break, but they have one now. If Tiger sees, Kapka does see Dumbovic. Save, score! 5 goals for Dumbovic. We're going to take it to a break. We'll replay it when we get back.
Assists?
Yeah.
5 goals and 5 assists. We'll start with George Tiger. Then Kapka. All alone is Dumbovic against Michelo. There's one shot, rebound, and a score. That's how you score your 5th goal now, John Paul.
We're starting to anticipate, John. I don't believe George Tiger saw Drago open. I don't believe he did. If he did, I think he would have definitely gone forward. But Kapka did. Put the ball there, not as fast and as crisp as maybe Dumbovic would have liked, and maybe that's why Michelo made the first save, but it ended up getting the job done. So an offensive explosion by Dumbovic, and while everybody would think that he should be the offensive player of the game, and I'm sure you'll have to give it to him, how about a runner-up? Z Kapka's got 5 assists. Dumbovic's going to be close to a Spirit record as well. Trying to recall how many goals Stan Terlecki had in one game. I thought it was 6. If it's 5, he's tied it, but I think it's 6. We'll find that out for you. We'll check it out as Orhan looks, but Dumbovic breaks it up. For the Big Z, Kapka. What a performance.
He has tied it with 5 goals in one game. He has also tied another record with the most points in a game, 6. That's also held by Stan Terlecki. So 5 goals. The assist makes him 6 points this afternoon. That matches Stan Terlecki's records.
Here's Kapka. I think everybody in the building roots for Dumbovic to break it. And
he hurt himself.
I hope he didn't break anything else. He just got hurt. He just got kicked, apparently. And he's shaking it off. I guess in this kind of a game, though, nothing is going to hurt. Long one in as Orhan tries to clear it out. Kicked high into the air. Papaleo will catch it, and I'll tell you, Custer didn't have to put him into the boards.
That's frustration, too, to a certain extent. They're down by 7 with less than 5 to play, and you're going to do everything you possibly can. He immediately said, I'm sorry.
You called it right, though. That's frustration. You're right. Here's McKenzie now. Right side for O'Hara. Dumbovic is on the bench. He did get hurt. I thought he may have gotten kicked.
I'm not sure whether he got kicked or he
knee.
pulled a muscle, one of the two.
Yeah, I think everybody would like to see him come back because there's still plenty of time and give him a shot at that record. There is the ice on Drago. Whatever he did, it was right behind the leg, the right leg. Now it's Orhan cutting near the box, wants to shoot it. Tiger rejects it. Or Hagen, I'm sorry, rejects that. A whistle and a foul. They're calling this one on Memphis.
I tell you, most everything has really gone the Spirit's way. They've gotten most of the calls, they've won the balls, and they've scored the goals, even though they've been outshot 33-32, and you're ahead 9-2.
They may have had like maybe a 5-minute lull. Now that's been it. Otherwise, this game has been all theirs. Here's Hagen. Child, great back heel. Hagen, great save by Michelot, and Buttle was there on the doorstep.
It could be about 15-2. Michelot
Sure.
has made some good saves.
That was one of them. Tozer looking for it. Mike Fall trying to shake free. On the right side for Orhan. Memphis has till Friday before their next game, and you're going to see some moves. They're looking for another forward, and they've already said they're going to pedal Helmut Dudek. So they are going to be a different looking team the next time the Spirit gets to play them. Here's Custer. Sending it back the other way. On the far wing side, this is O'Sullivan. The word we have on Dumbovic is that he was hurt while kicking one of his early goals. He slid and landed on his right thigh. That's we're getting that message apparently from the truck, so somebody has spotted something.
Well, you know that the players will say, well, serves you right. Score 5 times.
Yeah, everything can't go right for you this afternoon. That's probably what some of them will joke about after the game as Custer shoots one right to Papaleo. Down to 3:13, and the Spirit have looked just about invincible once more. They lead it 9-2.
I'll tell you what,
Memphis.
John Paul, I can't recall a string in which they put together 3 games like they have starting last Sunday in New York, 7-1. Tuesday, Memphis, 5-1. This afternoon, to cap off a trio of great performances with a 9-2 game.
I wasn't here 2 years ago, but if my opinion counts, they never did it last year. Never. Not like this. They're just playing outstanding soccer.
They're just totally dominating the opposition.
Here's Carbagnani. A lot of people in this league talking and worrying about the Pittsburgh Spirit, and with due reason.
Of course, they've got some work to do yet because the force has been almost invincible and undefeated. Yeah, you can't beat them. They've only lost 3 games.
And 2 of them are at home. Here's Topolsky. Right side for Dave Hagen.
There'll be some good matchups when the Force and the Spirit get together from here on out.
Yeah, they meet on February the 10th. That's how far ahead you look. You're just waiting that matchup. Everybody knows, at least anyone connected with the Spirit, that February 10th these 2 clubs meet here. On the left side, Bernardi is overrun by Keith Tozer. Right to Papaleo. 9-2.
Spirit did have an overtime loss there in Cleveland early in the season. And also, of the 6 losses, 4 of them have come by 1 goal for the Spirit. You hear the reaction.
Drago's back. As Kapka's shot is deflected into the stands. Michelot down, and hopefully he's something like that. He stuck that right arm up to block it. Joe's played well. Continues to play well, and right now Pittsburgh, one of the few teams in the MISL that can throw at either goalkeeper with all kinds of confidence. Most of these other teams relying on the one key guy.
Call will go against the Spirit there. Over 130 minutes now, and Joe Papaleo has only allowed 3 goals.
Here's Carbagnani sending it in off the boards for Figueiredo, who has not played much lately, and there's one that gets by from Bernardi. And that one, I'll tell you, did it, or we just missed it?
Bernardi, it's his 3rd of the year, cuts the Spirit lead to 6 at 9-3. You can put this one in the W column, and you could have done it quite a while ago, I think, the way they played.
No, you're right. Remember, I just maybe, what, 5 or 6 minutes of a lull there, and then they got it back with that Buttle goal that you said was a big one, and it turns out you were right, because I think it gave them a little bit more to talk about in that dressing room, a little more momentum, and they came out strong when they came back. They lead it 9-3. Bernardi from Figueiredo at 13:27. It's 9-3 Pittsburgh. They've dominated. Near side, it's George Tiger. Less than a minute to play as Figueiredo has it. Takes the shot. Great save. Papaleo hit it off his left hand, and then it hit off the goalpost. Child looks for it. Now it's Tiger right side to Keith Tozer. Keith holding on to the ball.
This is the man they want to have the ball right here.
That's right. Let's see what he does. Drago Dumbovic, but he gives it up. Well, we're putting the pressure on him, I guess. The people at home have been treated to a spectacular Spirit performance, and in particular by Drago Dumbovic. 5 goals on the afternoon. That's a good day's work. They'll happily collect a paycheck for this one.
It's a good season's work for some people.
That's right. The left wing boards. Drago clears it out. A whistle, and somebody's getting a penalty. Looks like McKenzie. That's who they're talking to.
Papaleo has been there in the last couple of minutes. Figueredo with a good shot. Look at the save. Just got a hand on it, and it just missed.
That's one of the
goalposts.
That's seconds left. Carbagnani with it.
McKenzie only has 10 minutes in penalties, so he's being a good boy this year.
That's right. He and Child. Here's Drago. Oh, he had Child leading him. Now Tiger finds him. Here's a breakaway for Child. A shot. Missed. Drago will try it. It goes wide. Boy, with just 10 seconds left. Look at this. Nobody's back. Bernardi coming back. Orhan will score. And it's 9-4. And I mean, nobody was back. Papa.
They wanted to happen as they bring it back. Bernardi, Orhan, that's the combination. But they wanted.
Can you tell who's winning? No, there's no way you can. But it's 9-4, Pittsburgh on top, and 2 seconds are left, and that'll do it. George Tiger gets the last touch of the ball. The Pittsburgh Spirit have dominated in this one this afternoon, and that man there has got to be our offensive MVP. He had 5 goals, but Z Kapka had 5 assists on the afternoon. Our final score here this afternoon, the Pittsburgh Spirit have defeated Memphis 9-4. John Sanders and I will take you through it one more time when we recap things after this. You're watching Pittsburgh Spirit Soccer. Going down? Okay.
Compliments of the Hyatt at Chad Center. Reminder, the next Spirit home game coming up next Friday, January 27th, against the Phoenix Pride. Have a safe trip home. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, interview room's right over there, isn't it? Come out that
yes.
way.
Yeah. Make a left. Right through that tunnel and left.
Yeah.
And you'll. Okay. I remember you. Good king.
One, singular one. Okay.